This event was made possible after a continued cooperation between the federal government and the Tigray interim administration. And we have every reason to believe that this program is long overdue. 2 years after the signing of the Pretoria Agreement, we are hoping and expecting, of course, that out of the 274,000 combatants that we have in camps, a great majority of them would have benefited from such arrangements. But unfortunately, due to resource problems, due to institutional arrangements and all that, we're not able to launch this program. As I say, it's better late than never. But I have reason to believe that if we continue to coordinate our efforts, if you continue to cooperate and collaborate, and of course, if the international community continues to support this process, it's my hope and expectation that despite the delay in the launch of this program, we still will be able to achieve something. But the whole idea of deepening peace would require that people who have been involved in this war somehow see the benefits of being demobilized. Most of the focus of the international community and some of our partners has been on the first D of the DDR process. It's one thing to disarm, but it's entirely different to talk about demobilization and reintegration. So we'll continue to cooperate with the federal government in fast-tracking the process of the implementation of the Pretoria Agreement. And we believe that despite possible threats, we still cannot afford to keep 274,000 combatants in camps without any resource made available at our disposal, of course. So it is an important event today because by demobilizing and also taking care of the reintegration and not only disarming but also taking care of the demobilization and reintegration needs of our combatants, we will give peace yet another opportunity, because when people realize that there is dividend to such a process, and then that gives further opportunity for people to engage in those kinds of activities. And of course, peace is in our best interest. We still want to resolve whatever differences we have peacefully. There is this realization on the part of the federal government, and of course, the best outcome could be achieved if and only if we fast-track the process of the implementation of the Pretoria Agreement and fully. And I hope and expect our partners, UN, EU, the United States, African Union, who have been involved in different capacities in trying to kickstart this process, you should be with us all along. I know in my conversations with many members of the international community, some of the suspicion had to do with whether we were ready to disarm and demobilize. I have to assure you again and again that peace is in our best interest, and no one has any intention to go back to the kind of destructive war that we had to go through in Tigray for the last 3 years. So our commitment to the implementation of Pretoria Agreement is ironclad. Our commitment to disarm and demobilize and reintegrate is ironclad. And we have reason to believe that once the international community is clear, once the federal government is clear that this is our intention, they will reciprocate and they'll continue to extend whatever support is necessary to implement this process. And of course, our combatants who have paid dearly for a cause they believed sincerely should be given every opportunity to rehabilitate themselves and to be part of Tigray's recovery and rehabilitation program. And it's my hope and expectation that our partners will continue to lend a hand all along. Tigray, having a very resilient society, will be in a position to pick up wherever we left off once we have a small amount of support that will help us set our eyes on the right path. Thank you once again.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chair of the Rehabilitation Board, Your Excellency Getachew Rada, the Interim President of the Tigray region, Your Excellency Dr. Abraham Bilay, Minister of Rural Development, Your Excellency Redwan Hussein, Director of National Intelligence, Your Excellency Mr. Temesgen, Commissioner, National Rehabilitation Commission, Your Excellency, the EU Ambassador to Ethiopia, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors representing various countries present, representatives of the federal government, representatives of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, and representatives of the regional government, representatives of donor partners, representatives of the UN agencies present, religious leaders, community leaders, and members of the community present, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Africa Union Commission, I am Major General Stephen Radina, the head of mission for the Africa Union Monitoring, Verification, Compliance Mechanism mission. Now, 2 years have passed since the historic signing of the permanent cessation of hostilities agreement between the federal government and the Tigray People's Liberation Front on 2nd November 2022. This landmark agreement has been a beacon of hope, significantly contributing to the reduction of unrest in the Tigray region and enhancing humanitarian access to the affected population. The Africa Union commitment to peace, security, and stability in northern Ethiopia was reaffirmed through the 2 strategic reflection meetings held on 11th March and 9th July this year in Addis Ababa, convened by the chairperson of the Africa Union Commission. The meetings provided a platform to review progress and address outstanding political issues and challenges in implementing the cessation of hostilities agreement. Attendees included the representatives from the federal government, the interim regional administration, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, the 3 member states providing the team of African experts, that is Kenya, Republic of South Africa, and Republic of Nigeria, under the AU Monitoring, Verification and Compliance Mechanism, and observers from the United Nations, European Union, IGAD, United States, and the Africa Development Bank. The meetings were facilitated by the high-level panel that is chaired by His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo, chair of the high-level panel, and of course the panel members, His Excellency former President of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and former Deputy President of South Africa, Madam Dr. Phumzile Mlambo. The 2 strategic reflection meetings on permanent cessation of hostilities agreement underscored the Africa Union fundamental role in this peace process, focusing on political dialogue, DDR, transitional justice, and return of IDPs. Both meetings highlighted the progress, challenges, and opportunities in implementing the permanent cessation of hostilities agreement. The parties reaffirmed their unwavering commitment in fully implement the agreement, recognizing the importance of respecting human rights and international norms to protect civilians, including a phased DDR process. The meetings called for partners' support towards the DDR process led by the National Rehabilitation Commission. Funding support and pledges for the DDR program includes $1 million from the African Union Peace Fund, as well as pledges from the United States government and the European Union. In the Tigray region, the African Union team continued to facilitating humanitarian support and engaging key stakeholders, including the Tigray People's Liberation Front, the interim regional administration, and partners such as UN agencies. The team conducts long-range patrols to various areas in the Tigray region to ensure compliance with permanent cessation of hostilities agreement. The mission also collaborates with and supports National Rehabilitation Commission in their DDR activities in the Tigray region. The two outstanding issues remain the relocation of IDPs and the ongoing DDR process. Now, on behalf of the African Union Commission, I wish to commend the federal government for the strategic efforts to end the internal conflicts, promotion of national dialogue and reconciliation, and express solidarity with the people of Ethiopia, and encourage all stakeholders to embrace national dialogue process as a vehicle to promote peace, unity, and national reconciliation. I wish to commend further the National Rehabilitation Commission for their effort and urge the support from the international partners and Africa private sector institutions to support this process to its conclusion. The success of this process means peace, security, and stability for the whole of Ethiopia. God bless Ethiopia, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Gideon Timotheus, Minister of Rural Development, Dr. Abraham Belay, President Getachew Reda, Vice President Tzadkan Gebretyansi, DG NIS Redwan, Commissioner Temesgen Tilahun, General Stefan of the African Union, religious leaders, former fighters, Your Excellencies, colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Many thanks for the invitation for today's session and this historic day, I would say. And it is an honor to join you here in Mekele today and to speak on behalf of the development partners, Canada, India, Italy, Japan, Norway, Sweden, the Republic of Korea, United Kingdom, United States, and of course the European Union. As we gather to observe the launch of the demobilization phase of Ethiopia's disarmament, demobilization and reintegration process. This moment represents a critical milestone, one that reflects not only Ethiopia's commitment to lasting peace, but also the collective determination of the international community to support this vital endeavor. Today, we witness the launch of a truly important initiative. The National Rehabilitation Commission, in collaboration with the government of Ethiopia, the Tigray Interim Regional Administration, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, the United Nations, and international partners, has embarked on a DDR effort crucial for Ethiopia. With the initial focus on demobilizing 75,000 combatants out of total 371,971, this program sets, even on a global scale, new standards also on the scale and ambition, providing former combatants with the tools to transition to civilian life through financial, medical, and mental health support. This launch takes place shortly after the second anniversary of the cessation of hostilities agreement. I would say that this is no coincidence. It is a powerful demonstration of the agreement's strength as a framework for sustainable peace and a clear sign of Ethiopia's progress in turning commitments into tangible, meaningful action. This initiative also highlights the importance of partnerships. The UNDP and the coalition of supporting nations that I speak for today, we stand united with Ethiopia in this historic endeavor. Also, Germany contributes to creating a conducive environment for reintegration by supporting the Peace Support Facility. This milestone is a testimony to Ethiopia's resilience and determination to forge a new chapter of unity and hope. Today, we acknowledge the political courage that was required on all sides to take this first step towards a full and lasting reintegration of ex-combatants. We, the international community, remain steadfast in our support, not only for this pioneering demobilization phase, but also for the systemic reintegration that will follow, ensuring a peaceful, stable, and prosperous future for all Ethiopians. Let this launch drive us forward to redouble our efforts to help build together the brighter and more peaceful future for Ethiopia and the wider region we all wish to see. Many thanks.
Excellency Ambassador Redwan Hussein, National Security Intelligence Agency, Excellency Getachew Reda, President of the Interim Administration of the Tigray Regional State, Excellency Lieutenant General Zakan Gebretenze, Vice President of the Interim Administration of the Tigray Regional State, Excellency Temeskin Telahun, Commissioner, National Rehabilitation Commission, Major General Stefan, African Union Representative, Excellencies, Ambassadors, and development partners here present, the United Nations family, religious leaders, civil society, media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather here in Mekelle to mark a momentous occasion, the official launch of the Demobilization and Reintegration Program that is going to be the largest in recent history across the world. This initiative is a vital step in the implementation of the cessation of hostility agreement, which brought an end to a 2-year conflict that has deeply affected the lives of countless individuals and families in this region. The task for which we gather here today reminds us that the journey from war to peace is not merely the silencing of guns. It is about healing the wounds, rebuilding lives, and restoring hope. Demobilization and reintegration are essential processes that will help us consolidate the peace and advance sustainable progress. They provide a pathway for former fighters to lay down their arms, return to their communities, to embrace a future defined not by conflict, but by collaboration, coexistence, and productivity. The success of any disarmament and demobilization and reintegration initiative hinges on the active participation of communities. It is you, the families, the neighbors, local leaders across the region who hold the key to a success of any DDR program. Your willingness to accept former fighters back into your communities, to offer them support and understanding, is the single most important factor in ensuring that the program succeeds. Today, I want to emphasize the critical importance of accepting and supporting former female fighters. Former female fighters in any internal conflict face unique challenges and traumas that require special attention during demobilization and reintegration processes. It is essential that communities extend their compassion and understanding to these women and girls, recognizing the particular needs they face as they return to civilian life. I plead with you, the communities of Tigray, to provide special attention to your daughters who are in need. They deserve our empathy, our support, and the commitment of communities to help them transition into productive citizens, to become productive citizens. By embracing these girls and women and offering them opportunities for education, for vocational training, and social support, we can help them reclaim their lives and contribute positively to their communities. The United Nations family stands firmly committed to supporting the government of Ethiopia in implementing what is poised to be the largest DDR program in recent global history. We are proud that UNDP has been entrusted as the lead agency to support the government in the implementation of this crucial program. However, it is important to note that while UNDP is entrusted as the lead agency, the entire UN family is with you. Agencies like the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, UNFPA, UN Women, IOM, the Office for Human Rights, UNHCR, WHO, FAO, WFP, and all of the UN family have already started to play unique roles in support to the National Rehabilitation Commission. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our partners who have generously contributed to the fund that will supplement government's efforts in this endeavor. I want to thank the European Union, Canada, the United Kingdom, the United States, Italy, Japan, Sweden, the Republic of Korea, India, Denmark, and Norway for your generous contributions. Your financial support, the expertise and advocacy continue to provide the energy and the momentum that has brought us all here today. So, as we embark on this journey, let us remember that this is just the beginning. The road ahead will require sustained support, commitment, and collaboration from all of us. Together, we can create a future where peace prevails, where former fighters, especially our women and girls, are reintegrated into society, and where communities thrive. Finally, I want to thank the government of Ethiopia, and the people of Tigray, including the interim administration, for your commitment to undertake this enormous endeavor. Your resilience in the face of adversity is inspiring, and it is a beacon of hope to all of us. Let us move forward together, united in our mission to build a peaceful, prosperous Tigray and Ethiopia at large. Thank you.